All right, what's going on, everyone? So we are going to be watching the OP Finals for Paris, in which Nami won. But I did want to take a look. So, of course, the title of this video is Nami Can't Stop Winning. So Nami did win in Swiss 10-0 at Paris. However, Joan, congrats on the run, by the way, did end up only making it to top 16, did not continue on. However, our goat, Javier Caro, at TenCaro on Twitter, be sure to give them both a follow, has won it all with their version of Nami. Spoilers. But we're going to take a look and we'll kind of dive through the gameplay and we'll commentate over that. If the TOs have any issues, just let me know and I'll take this video down. But I hear they're great people and that they're great. So hopefully, but yeah, I thought it was super interesting because so we at least know like what they're going into, because there isn't many flavors of Nami, but they did decide to opt to play one Das Bones, which is super fascinating because he lets you draw two trash ones, so he still gets you like in the direction you need to go, and then only three P's. But let's go ahead, we'll dive in. Also, huge shout out to Ben Fitzpatrick and Nathan Robinson for their commentation. So here we got TenCaro rocking the mullet. Big respect. And then we got Lucci. So it was a Lucci versus Nami final. And of course, as we know, Lucci has not been playing Brook as we did before. And also not playing Isha, which are both very good cards to play versus Nami. But we do have Jack, which Jack kind of helps you out answering blocker and whatnot, so it's okay. And then of course, looks like Lucci's going first, Nami gets to go second, so that's a huge win for Nami, starting off with a Kaya, which is really great. Trashing, yeah, a lot of times, especially against Lucci, people trash their snake dance just because they know that they're not going to get to see that. And then, of course, going in here, they have to have Gavel, and it looks like they might. Oh, they're just going to go ahead, Rubber Band, and then 2K. Fair enough. Fair enough. But, yeah, whenever they have one Dawn up, swinging a number to make them go, give you two cards. Great start. Ideally, they go on their 3 Dawn turn, though, and tap down, and I get to do, like, 5-5. Because they really only run 2Ks, so there is very little reason. Or you know what? The grandma's a 1K, but outside of that, everything else is just a 2K. Sanderson, Kaya, and Oppies are all 2Ks. Swinging at 6, I feel like you just can't. Oh, he wants the resource. That's how you know it's bad, because they get that mill if Nami connects, so it's like a trade-off. They get one card, you get one card. I've had somebody do a couple of hits with Nami, and that's what made the difference. And of course, 6 is just a weak number for Lucci in general. Dropping the page, or the Who's Who. Getting rid of the Kuzan, which has no value there. KOing. And poking a 5 because they've tapped down. Oh, the one wire. Hanger, that's what it is. And so, like, again, like, Nami usually starts off kind of slow, but the next thing you know, they're like 20 cards. Like, ooh, and a peel off. Probably just pass here. Yeah. Nami's turns are usually generally easy. So Nami games, this is also a best of 3 format. If you're not familiar, so the finals is best of 3, so you have your chance. Now, of course, again, like I was talking about, Jack gets to rest and can KO the Kaya while also helping you cycle, which is a great play for 7. Before, we would have to wait till our 8, and then so if going first on 9 was the first chance we got to establish a large body, but now we get to play Jack, which can apply some pressure again from Nami going in, because those cards that you mill do matter. Because sometimes it, like, you beat Nami with one card in deck. That attack that connected can be that difference. But yeah, so the games can start off very slow, but Nami can go very fast. I've definitely finished. It's either like really quick or you're going into time because Nami can just stay alive for so long, but Nami can also go through their deck so fast now. So it's really interesting. I wish we could see... Oh, hand cam. We do have a big Gek, which is what we like to see. Of course, turning one. Oh, okay. I'm guessing that they're going to smack an 8. You go 6 to play around White Snake, which it looks like they have 1. And then 2 love beams. Going to take that Margarita, it looks like. Drawing 1 card is big. They're going to go 8. Gavel. Do they have Gavel? Oh, Rubber Band. So it's going to cost them 2 cards, which you like to see. You like those attacks, but they, of course, get that draw 1. Gonna play the Gecko, establish a big threat. We're gonna get Lucci, of course, and then probably, yeah, just to have that extra body. But now you, of course, can do your 9s, and you have 2 threats, and it's on the 9 Dawn turn. Again, that deck's starting to look slim. They've only played 1 Pilaf. Oh, looks like there comes another one. Yep. So you got to draw 2 more, and then, of course, I'm sure that they knew that they were receiving that Pilaf from the 1, and then now they have the Marguerite. They probably... Debatable, yeah, establish it, and then go ahead, draw that extra card. And they have 4 Dawn left. Now, of course, they can just answer it with Jack, but if they have any cheaper removal to keep that swing, could be worth it. Doesn't look like it. Those Sabos. Another Gecko, though. Debatable if you establish it at this point, because sometimes 2 beat sticks plus a Lucci is good enough, and the numbers are really good that you can swing with. Kind of just checking that trash. 2 Pilafs out of the way, only 1 Kaya, so seeing those Kayas, and again, they have 5 life still, so they're gonna get extra cards out of their life. And they're just like, because if you establish it, I mean, you're playing over. Gonna go ahead and rest to get it. Yeah, they were like, are you attacking? No. It's like, rest. Get rid of the Tempest Kick. So it's 1 attack out. You can start off with just a solid 9. And then it would cost 2. Unless they have Gavel. Gavel's a phenomenal card. Makes their Dawn go a lot farther. And, of course, it mills 2 cards. But you want to go ahead. Like, if they could only if you go 9... And you can kind of set the mood. Yeah, you go 9. They're going to probably Gavel and White Snake. Yeah, Gavel. Milling a Kai, you like to see that. And then, yep, White Snake. But now they're a 6K, but they only have 1 Dawn. So you can swing 8, and it's going to cost them 2 cards. Or they have another Gavel, and it's just, like, unfortunate. Going to go ahead and just go 6. They're going to take it. Ooh, a White Snake. Gonna go ahead, poke another 6. They're probably gonna go ahead and get that Lucci. Oh, using the Gavel for that. But again, you know, their deck is getting very low. Poking another 6. Milling 2. They take it. Another White Snake. And then go ahead, establish that Gecko. Then we're gonna go ahead, get the Kuzan for the value. Just go a little bit deeper, replacing a 5 with a 5 because there wasn't a Lucci in there. Otherwise, you just get that Lucci. Okay, we got, it looks like 1 snake. They just pass, yeah. That makes sense. Now, I think you just start off with the 9s. Because you have 2 9s and you have an 8. I think you just start off 9. Because, again, the only card, they've used 2 Gavels. The only card that does for 1 Dawn, so they have 10 Dawn. So this is, if they want a White Snake. Oh, they have another Gavel. Unfortunate. Oh, milling another Kaya. We like to see that. And then another. They're going to just go ahead and burn both White Snakes. They're at. Or no, they went Gavel White Snake. Yep, now you go 10. Easily adjustable. But see, it costs them 3 Dawn. Whereas now, like, most counters going to cost 4. So they're going to go ahead, go up to 7. Again, look at that deck. Just dwindling. Just dwindling. And then we get. Boom. It's like, okay. It's a 10 now. If you want, you got to go 11. How much Dawn left? 3. And they've got how many cards in hand? And they've got so few cards in deck. Looks like almost 10, 11, something in that area. Which you don't like to see against Nami. And then we've got 9 coming down. And they're just going to boom. Love, love. Yep. And now you've got 9, 9 again is your best. 7. Start off with a 7, sure. They've got 1 Dawn. Rubber Band of Doom. I can feel it. I think they've used 2 to 3 rubber bands. But again, like, they've pretty much seen their whole deck. Spada. Oh, now they get to arrange the top 3. Or no, it's draw 2, discard 1, I think, is what Spada is. That got the Das Bones in hand. Yeah. You either, like, have to... See, you can just leave them where they're at this point. Because attacking them is going to give them more resources. So it is possible just to leave them where they're at. Because 1 extra card can make the difference. So they're going to go ahead. They're going to look at their top 3. And they're going to take. So now it's on. Again, Pilaf still very much in question here. They've got how many cards? They've milled 2 Kaya, which you like to see. Because, you know, at least this is probably... Okay. Whiff. They probably don't because they know what's like on the top, but now they've got a good idea of everything that's in their deck and the order in which they're going to get it. Perfume Fior, taking 1 card out. It looks like 6 cards, 7 cards left in deck. Peel off, yep. And now you know the cards you're going to start seeing. 5, yeah. So there's 1 unknown. There's your last Kaya. So it is not the life. Impelled down. And this. 3 cards left. There should be no Kayas left in the deck. Possibly 1 Gavel left. I think they're trying to see what they've got as well. Javier, like... What do I have? Possibly 1 White Snake. I'm not sure if they milled 1. Is that another peel-off? Oh, they're just going to tap the peel-off and win. 2, 1, 2. So now they know their last card. They know their last card. Which, again, like, sometimes it just comes down to it. And, like, if they only have anything to get rid of 1 card, that 1 hit in the beginning is all the difference. So it's like you either have it or you don't. They got Rubber Band of Doom, so they've got it. They've got it. Rubber Band mill only the top 1, so if they didn't have another method of milling, again, that 1 card could have been the difference. Because Rubber Band, I believe, mills 1, and Gavel mills 2. So that extra life card could have been the difference. Let me just see here. Yeah, then you trash 1 card. And at that point, I mean, you have, like, all the knowledge. Like, you know what cards in your deck, so if you look through and you pay attention, you know what cards in your life. They also had Das Bones, which lets you draw, but you couldn't play Peel Off, and Das Bones. So they're giving it, you of course, on Lucci, you want to give it that good mix because sometimes your cards just get stuck together. As these players get ready for round 2. The great part about this, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. One Piece. Because they're all different. They are all different. And you can earn your invite in different ways to Worlds. I know in NA it was top 3. I believe in London it was only first. So I'm trying to see now if this is also them only getting first. Like if first only gets it or first and second. Because when first and second gets it, it's just slightly more pressure off of you. But if not, this game is so high stakes. Like, yeah, you get the prize card, but like you get to represent your country at Worlds, which is a huge honor and pretty much every One Piece player's dream. Let's see. Invites. Paris is not one of them with second place. Only Dallas, Utrecht, and Orlando. And then Dallas was the only one. So Orlando will only have first and second. Starts off strong, of course, taking the odd curve. Kaido's been a pretty strong choice, and of course, yeah, just go ahead and get that Tempest kick. Go ahead and look for those cards, those big drops that you want to see. Again, unfortunate that we, of course, don't play as many just answers to Nami. And I think that's kind of why Nami saw the success. I know there was a solid amount. I don't believe the tournament report has been released yet, but Orange Samurai D on both Twitter and Facebook has been posting lists and gathering lists from people. So he's an absolute goat. I'm sure if you're watching this, you're familiar with him. But if you're looking to see some of the lists as they are now, definitely check him out. I know that there was a top 32 Sabo. I retweeted him, which is just insane. That, of course, made it into Top Cup, but then lost into top 32. So TBD what their actual record was. I know going into the last round, they were X1. So they could have lost the final one. They could have won it, had a solid seed, and then just got unfortunately paired. But I think Sabo is definitely, I've talked with Sir Dundo, if you're familiar with him. If not, definitely check him out on YouTube. Sir Dundo about it, because he was like, oh, I was like, Joe's like, I tried it like OP05 format for our Black-Red Sabo, and I think Jack is like one of the few cards that the deck was really missing, and Jack is actually rude AF in him. So we see the Rebecca cycling, and then also the Khalifa. Those 6Ks, those 2Ks really have no power here. Having to establish Khalifa on 4, there isn't any, like, outside of Lucci is your ideal play, but being able to cycle and then going into the Sabo and cycling. Marguerite, of course. Yep. And then now we're here at the almighty 8 turn after this guy just went ahead. Javier just went ahead and hit that peel off into the Marguerite and just pass. You know, you just like draw, pass. No draw, pass. Playing the Jack, I think the Jack is just slightly better here. Answer probably the Marguerite, but you might just go ahead and go for the Khalifa. Or the Kaya. You go for Kaya because they can still snake dance it back, and if they do that, huge value. Not here, of course. They only have 1 Don. Snake dance costs 2. They go ahead and give the DOS bones. Poking a 5. Give me those events. Saving that because, of course, they might not have had the 2K. A little bit of foresight there from Javier. Let me go ahead. I love those Pirate Don. I think they're super underrated. Those 2 right there that you see. The Luffy. I think those are underappreciated. Love Mellow. I think that card should be negated if Monkey D. Luffy's on the board. Or at least, like, you don't draw a card. Or you just don't get counters. Just a draw card. One of the two. I feel like I should negate it. Just because every other BOA card has, like, that. And NL has that, but it's like, oh, no, here's that. I guess technically not. Like, you know, there's no BOA that loses blocker. Yeah, I think you give it 2K for that. Just to protect that body. You know, whenever Nami does go down low, like you just seen, Lucci playing it absolutely perfect. And, like, when Nami's, like, tapped down, you swing. You swing. Or if they only have 1, you swing. You just want to apply all of that pressure. Get those cards. Of course, it turns on Love Mellow pretty early, which is, of course, unfortunate. Now, the question is, do we have... Oh, there's the Gecko. Gonna start off drawing, KOing Kaya, cycling. Probably that event, right? No, the Kuzan. Kuzan's fair. Probably going to bring back that Kuzan. It looks like there's already one with the Gecko. Maybe not choreograph. I don't know. Maybe they just don't attack here. So it's never bad to just not attack. Draw one. To not attack Nami. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to pass. Just build up your board. Snake Dance on the Grandma isn't as bad. Piece. Interesting. Yeah, you discard 2, then you look at the top 5. So very expensive. Again, you know, just getting rid of those Snake Dances in typical Nami fashion, just because they know that they're not going to get any of those cards. And they typically won't need that 2K, because they're, or that 4K, because they're just going to want to spam Love Melodies. So you get that East Blue card. Did not see, did they just not add one? Oh, you get Kaya, yeah. Search for Kaya. So you really go 3 cards deep, cost of 2 cards in hand. Big value. Looking at, again, at that, yeah, Snake Dance is always the first one to go when you're playing Lucci. When you're playing against Lucci, I've noticed, you know, they're just like, let me get rid of the Snake Dance, White Snakes, White Snake. I've seen people do the White Snake, but it's just like, it's a draw one, but Rubber Band, essentially same thing. You -1. -1 card from deck, which is the goal. Still 5 life, which is kind of just what Nami does. And look, again, like already halfway through the deck is just, has become very consistent with the addition of the Amazon package. So start off as 7. We see Rubber Band, so we're going to get 2 cards here. Looks like no counters. White Snake, that'll do it. 6K leader. And so now maybe attach one on Kuzan. Well, I guess, interesting enough, you know, you saw him discard the Snake Dance, so you feel good about them not bouncing it, because they've trashed 2, so they probably don't have another one, which is likely why they haven't used Jack, and probably going to go. They're just going to go the 10. Can also go 10 with Jack, so they're going to go ahead 2 Love, I'm sure. Another White Snake, then a Love. Yep, draw another card, and that's just what it's all about. Now you're a 7. 7 with 1. 7 with 1. So you can poke a 7 with your lead. You can also just go a solid 9 with Jack and see what they have. Looks like 7 with Kuzan. Do the little poke. They're going to take first bit of damage again. So, like, their hand is low, but then it's just like, oh, I can just reload it. No big deal. Then going another 7. Gonna take it. Ooh, big day. Draw 2. That's where you want those Impel All-Stars to be. Impel Down All-Stars, you want them to be in your life. Go ahead, they're taking another one. Again, just trying to get those cards, because they just get to reload their hand and get those resources. And they're pretty tapped down, so they have to have Gavel to get out of it, or it costs them 2 cards. They're just going to go down. Oh, huge day. Huge day. The Snake Dance trigger. It's just not even, it's just the fact of getting the Kaya back. Removing the Sabo's cool and all, but the huge thing there is getting Kaya. Because the first thing you probably do is you're just going to tap 1, play Kaya. And those 2 cards, they matter. Every card matters when you're playing Nami. And that's like the whole strat. You're like, I'm going to play cards that are going to get me another card, or I'm going to play a card that draws a card, and then I'm going to counter with cards that draw me cards, or counter with cards that mill me cards. There goes the Perfume Fior. So it was a free discard and a Marguerite. So it's saying, I'm probably not going to play that. Five into there. Let's give it easy 2K. I mean, there's 2 1Ks. Painful. Again, why that 6 swing does matter against Lucci, because it's like, oh, I can get a card, and then you get a card. I'll mill 1, you get 1, because you usually don't get to see your life against Nami, which is also the unfortunate part, because there's 5 cards that are just locked out of your deck. And so it's like, these could be your tech cards, and you might just never see them, which is why the mulligan against Nami is a little bit more important if you have cards for answering the deck. Trying to debate on what they want to do. Of course, 9 Donna passing, looking to see what they could possibly have, which is big. There's 2 ways to play against Nami. You can play a generic way against Nami, swinging 9s, 10s, and odd numbers. Or you can really try to break down what they have and really try to get a better understanding of what might happen. Because now you only need 2 hits to go through. You only need 2 hits to go through. The big thing is, of course, they can counter up a lot. So you want to see, do they have White Snake? Because that buff does matter. Especially when you don't have any 6k bodies like your Lucci. Or the Sabo, because you lost them. And it's like, okay, how many loves are there? It looks like only 1 in the trash. We've got 1 Kaya. So good odds that they see it Kaya. I think you just start off 9 just to see, because they have 9 Dawn. So usually 9 either cost 2 or 3. 3 Dawn, so they'll only have 6 up. So you're going to go 2. White Snake, big. Pay 1. Gavel, yep, big. That's the card you want to see. Milling a Gavel, you love to see that. And now you can probably attach 2, go 10. Because they've only got... Gavel does save them, so they have 6 left. If they want to counter out again, it costs 1 card. They've got 2 Kayas in hand, which is actually terrifying. And a peel-off. 2 Kayas and a peel-off. So if they have 6 cards in deck, they auto-win. Gonna go 8. Gonna go 8. Might just stall here and play another Moria. See how they react. Because they have to give you something else, and it's going to be expensive. So is it worth it? Because you want to keep those Kayas. Countering with Kaya isn't even a thought. You're going to take that, draw that card, go up to 7. Now, gives him the Kaya. Interesting. Now he knows he probably has another Kaya, which is the tell. And you see just a little smile on Javier. He's like, yeah, it's like that. It's like, wow. Truly, truly. The worst thing you want to see. 6 cards in hand. Plenty of Dawn. 7k leader. Going in for 9. Easy love. Yeah, get that draw. Oh, 1 going for the Gavel. I think Gavel is more correct. Because you're going to get rid of 2 cards. Yep. And you have the peel-off. You have the Kaya. Going all in. Again, just giving them resources at this point, it's questionable. It's questionable because if you give them resources... But again, top 2 players. This is first and second right here. I'm no one to judge, but I do think, against Nami specifically, it's always a do-I. Because, typically I've gotten Nami down to 6 life. And it's like, okay, can they beat me? He's trying to see what he's going to draw. See if those cards are going to get him there. Because he's got his whole life. So now he's got all the knowledge. And he's like, okay, he's like, no Snake Dance. Are any of these cards going to draw me? 2 Love still in the deck. Sand City in his hand. It's just what Nami does. But yeah, the extra cards sometimes can matter. Or if you hit a peel-off trigger. If you hit a peel-off trigger, it doesn't matter. You would have lost anyways. Playing the Kaya, drawing 2. Piece. And Wire's going to be able to draw a card. Marguerite. Yep, there's that last one. You're going to go ahead, play this, play the peel-off. Draw 2 more. Let's see. 3 cards left. Do you have another peel-off? You do. And then, yep, there it is. There it is. And now it's, is there a card to draw 1? You're paying 2. Wire. Yep, that's what I just said. There's the wire. Boom. There it is. Congratulations. Nami won and takes it 2-0. Nami slayed out in Swiss. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Nami and OP08.